Hey guys, KeyDragon here with a multi-review. This time I'll be reviewing the Rider Hero series, Kamen Rider Build, RocketPanda form, KeyDragon form, OctopusLight form, and PhoenixRobo form. These are the 4 forms of build so far that have been skipped over in the Ball Change Rider series. And while I had initially planned to review these alongside their respective full balls, a couple of problems did arise, the first being that I admittedly forgot to include the RHS RocketPanda form with the full ball set, and additionally the PhoenixRobo figure was actually released a little bit after the release of the full ball set, for a reason I'll explain a little bit later on. So, let's get started. First up, we have Kamen Rider Build RocketPanda form. As you can see, the form is mainly white and powder blue. Looking at the head, you can see that for the panda eye, it's got a panda head, and then for the rocket eye, has a zooming rocket, with the antenna here being the booster, booster flame. Getting down to the body, it's pretty standard as far as the design goes, though there's a little bit of black and white for, of course, the panda coloring. For the panda arm, it's obviously that of a panda, with some stripes all along it, and then these claws at the end. And obviously, with this being a vinyl figure, it doesn't have as much paint as other figures would, and it doesn't have all the details it needs to, as there should be some black to it to, go with the whole panda coloration. Then for the rocket arm, you've got some rocket boosters at the end, a little kind of spiral part here, and then the kind of rocket nozzle along the gauntlet and the fist. Then for the legs, they've got the same basic design as most other build forms. And the back is pretty much unpainted, though the paint on the arms and feet does go all the way around. Now with these being vinyl figures, they have very basic articulation with only the arms being able to rotate and then having a small rotation joint at the waist. You'll see that the build driver does have the full balls molded in, though not painted. It also has the little turbine painted in silver, the belt straps are painted, and it also has a molded on full ball holder. Second, we have Kamen Rider Build KeyDragon form. So for this one, the color scheme is mainly cobalt and gold. For the dragon eye, you've got a dragon's head. Then for the lock eye, you have a padlock. For the dragon half, this is basically kind of the dragon half of Cross, just without all extra armor. And you can see the nice dragonic details like the scales and the kind of spikes on these sides, though these bits do need to, or should be, painted in white. Then for the lock side, for the chest you have this little key hole right here, and that goes out to the shoulder, which has a lock with a key in it, and a chain that connects to this big key on the arm. And while it's mostly gold in the show, there's also some silver added onto it. Once again, you have the build driver with the proper full balls molded in, and the other details. as well as that same nice paint that goes onto the legs. Third, we have Kamen Rider build OctopusLight form. This form is mainly magenta and lemon yellow. Looking at the head, you can see an octopus for the octopus eye, and then for the light eye, we have 3 lightning bolts. Going down to the torso, for the octopus half, you got these gray pieces with some suckers. And for the arm, you have this octopus head and tentacles that go over the arm, as well as some suckers that are on the sides. Got some nice details to it, although of course there do need to be more colors, or there are of course more colors in the show. Then, for the light half, you have a lightning bolt down the chest. On the shoulder, you've got a light bulb. And that comes down to this kind of flashlight or lantern on the forearm. And for this one has a bit more black detail in the show, and kind of to go along with this, this is actually silver in the show. There's more silver details on the octopus arm. You got the balls in there, other details to the belt, and then the coloration of the legs. And finally, we have Kamen Rider build PhoenixRobo form. Now for this form, when I reviewed the full balls, I initially had said that this was a form exclusive to the Heisei Generation's final movie, but I was actually mistaken, and a few weeks after that movie came out, and a few weeks after the full ball set was released, this form appeared in the show, and that's why there was a delay in its release compared to the full ball set, so that this would more coincide with the TV show debut. So for this, you can see that is a crimson and dark gray color. For head, you have a phoenix eye for the phoenix side, and then a robot arm for the robot side. Going down to the body, for the phoenix half, it's got these flames going along the shoulder, and this kind of flame and feather-like arm. And for the robot half, the sash down the middle is very mechanical and robotic. And for the arm, got a mechanical shoulder pad, and then this big kind of robot hand with these 3 fingers. And again, there is more coloration to these in the show, notably with the 3 fingers having orange on the upper sides and underside. For the belt, you once again have the full balls molded in, as well as the other details. And coming down to the legs, not only do we have the metallic colors, we also have these kind of feathery wings that hang down below, and those are also painted in metallic red. And you can see more of those here on the back, where they drape down from the upper back right here, and go all the way down. And while it would have been nice to see some of this paint on the back, it does kind of make sense that they wouldn't put it there for the sake of this figure, since that's the side that most people aren't going to see very often. And there we go. So for those of you who know about them, you're probably wondering why I picked up these figures instead of their solo equivalents, which, while smaller, have better details, articulation, and are interchangeable. And that's because, while I doubt that PhoenixRobo form will get a BCR figure, I'm personally waiting to see whether or not RocketPanda, KeyDragon, and OctopusLight will make it in there via Premium Bandai, as there have been similar cases where main forms of the rider have only been released via Premium Bandai, the most notable example being Ghosts, Nuden Ghost, and Himiko Ghost to make Nuden and Himiko Damashi. So I'm going to kind of wait a bit more to see if those get announced, and if they do, I'll obviously buy them. But if it gets to be really late into the series and nothing has appeared, or nothing has been announced for them, then I probably will pick up these Soto forms, or at least Soto figures of these forms. But for the time being, I just wanted to be able to have some nice simple figures of these forms to show you guys, just to show what these forms look like. And for any future forms that don't have a B-Star equivalent, I will be showing off the Rider Hero series figures, alongside whatever is used to transform into that form. And I know of at least one example that is coming up. So, next time, I'll be reviewing the Hiho Yokai Emblem and Kaseki Mel Set SP, Tuesday at 6 p.m. PST. So, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, let me know your thoughts in the comments, and if you're new and would like to see more, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. And for now, this is KRox50, riding off.